The article that I chose to write about was the exploration of play behaviors in an inclusive preschool setting. This article was about a research that was done to see how kids with and without disabilities played together and how their play was similar and different. This research was done at a school where they chose two random teachers, Miss Jen and Miss Kara. And at this school, the class size average was 12 to 14 students per class, and they were predominantly white. But with these two classes, there were 42 students combined, and they were all sent home permission slips forms for this research to be observed. The teachers had no clue who even brought them back, who was chosen, or who was eligible. But only 22 of the 42 students brought their permission slips back, and 12 was eligible, 5 were not, and 5 were not even given permission to be observed. And like I said, this research was to see how kids with a disability and without a disability played together, their behavior, and how their play was similar but different. So they had to see out of those 12 kids who had an IEP. 5 out of the 12 kids had an IEP, and they had to make it equal amount of students for each. So they had 4 with an IEP and 4 with not. The 4 kids with an IEP either had a speech impairment or a developmental delay. And how they was observed was in each classroom they was observed twice with 60 minutes of play each time. And they were scaled on 2 scales, the play observation scale and the test of playfulness scale. The researchers were to not get involved, even though one was asked to play with a student, and they had to redirect with a question to the teacher, so they could not talk to the kid. They had to sit far back, but close enough that they could see the play and what the kids were doing, how they were reacting. I thought this research was really cool because the teachers did different activities with the same concept. At one center, they had different centers, and at one teacher had, say, a card or a poster with the kid's picture and their name at the bottom, and at each center at the outside, they would set their card down where 2 to 4 was only allowed, and it would basically be like, hey, I'm at the center, or the center is full. But at any time, they was allowed to go outside the center, pick their card up, and go to another one that was not full. And then if they was waiting on one to that was full, they could go to a different one. And when they seen that one was open, a spot was open, they could get their card and go to that one. I thought that was really cool because the research showed on the play observation scale that students without an IEP love to work in groups, and kids with an IEP did not love to work in groups. They love to work individually. So this research showed me as a future teacher that I should give my students in the future different options for centers for activities to do, because I remember as I was growing up, I didn't have different options. It was like, oh, you all have to work in a group or you all have to work individually. And sometimes I'd be mad to work in a group because I'd have to do my own work. So say if we was doing something and I got mad or I was upset because I was doing all the work and nobody's helping me, I could go at this time and go and do it on my own and me get the credit that I should, where others would be getting credit that I did all their work. The teachers did activities, like I said, that was the same, but with different activities with the same concept. Miss Jen had a music, center and with a snack prior, and Miss Kara had a snack center and a calming center. This showed me also that both of these teachers took their kids under their protection when they was at school, no matter if they had a disability or if they did not, where I feel like sometimes I see, teachers be like, oh, this kid has a disability, I have to treat them very different than I do this student, where they are a human also, and they should be treated equally. They also, like I said, provided them snacks. I wasn't provided snacks like that when I was a kid, and I think that's very helpful for, say, students that doesn't have money or doesn't bring food. You can be like, oh, you can have a snack that I brought you, that I have, that you can eat, so they don't feel left out at snack time, say. And like I said, one had a music and one had a calming center. This helps kids relax. I feel like at school where sometimes it would be like, oh, you have this, a test, homework, work, and like busy work or worksheets, where this gives them time to relax and not think school is so hard, and lets them think, oh, I'm dread this for 12 years and being like, this is fun. And you don't know what a student's going through at home, and I think the relaxation center is very helpful and makes me want to do it as a teacher. This research was very helpful for me because I'd seen that I should give my students all an equal chance, but also give them different chances, like different centers to work at, so they don't have to do the same thing over and over each day.